Good morning. Thanks for tuning in while we share a few thoughts with you this morning. What a blessing it is to be able to share with you. And what I'm thinking of today has to do with what God has given you and me. I might ask this question. In our church, who has the most talent? Who has the most ability? Who's the best teacher? But we could ask all these things, and then I realized, as I did this morning from Luke chapter 12, verse 48, Jesus said, "For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall much be required." I'm reminded of when I was in college. I had the same two roommates for 2 years in a row. They became my best friends and still, after this many years, are dear, dear friends. But one of the students was close to brilliant. He had a wonderful mind. He made excellent grades, and he has been a professor in Bible colleges probably for nearly 50 years at this point. Just a brilliant man. And so when it came to test taking, he didn't study nearly as long as I did, but he always made better grades than I did. I had another roommate who also is very talented. He, to this day, in his mid-70s, still is a great singer, hasn't lost much at all in his singing ability. And as a roommate, I thought, boy, it'd be nice if I could sing like that. And then one day I realized that I could work harder than either one. I could put more effort into it. But the Bible says, to whom much is given shall much be required. Sometimes having a great deal of intellect and sometimes having a great deal of talent can be very requiring, very hard requirements on us. I was thinking about Abraham and Sarah. We mentioned them in a lesson not long ago from the book of Hebrews. Sarah was beautiful, apparently, even when she was elderly. She was taken into the king's palace because she was so beautiful, and Abraham was afraid to let them know that she was his wife because he feared they'd kill him so they could have her. Her beauty, although it was a blessing, turned out to be a problem for her. So when you look at others and they have more talent or they have more ability, just understand God requires more of them. These 2 or 3 thoughts. Don't be jealous of others with more talent than you have. I go to preachers' meetings and I think, man, I wish I could preach like that. Or, man, I wish I could explain things as well as he does. But it's wrong to be jealous. God's given me what he wants me to have. And to those that he gives more, he requires more. Second thing is be thankful for what talents and abilities God has given you. Some have less than you. Some have less than me. So be thankful for what God has given you. He gave you the talent and the ability and the intellect that he wanted you to have. And now he requires that you and I live up to that talent and ability and intellect. And speaking of ability, if you're a singer and you're not in the choir, you're wasting your talent, ability. You ought to use it, put it to good use for God. If you are a good speaker, a good teacher, you ought to find a place where God can use you. In our Sunday school, in our water program, somewhere where you can be used to put that ability to use. And then this, be thankful for what you don't have. I've felt during my lifetime that I've worked pretty hard and I've tried to make the most of what talent and ability I have. But had God given me more talent and more ability, I would have had to work harder, perhaps. So be thankful for what you don't have. I don't have any beauty like Sarah did or talent like David did, but they had their problems because of those things. And then this is the final thought, strive to reach your potential. Because of whom God has given much, he requires much. He doesn't want me to live like I don't have talent or don't have ability. I'm to live up to that ability and talent he's given. And the same with you. Whatever he's given you, use it. for his glory and to the best of your ability. You see, he was talking to us, I think, when he said, unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall much be required. God's got a lot for you and me to do. Let's do all we can to serve and to please him. Have a wonderful day. God bless you.